Hi there, I'm Marcus from strengthfit.com. This video is all about the superhero bulking program from Kinobody and my review of it. I will be talking about the program, what it is and who it's for. Then I will give you a general overview of how it works and why. Then I will share my personal experience following the program and also show you what it looks like, what the program looks like inside the members area. And in the end, I will share how you can save $20 if you decide to buy the program. Alright, so the Superhero Bulking Program is a detailed workout and nutrition program using heavy weight training 3 times per week, periodization, and intermittent fasting. The purpose of the program is, you probably guessed it, to make you look like a superhero. More specifically, like the superheroes you see in some of the Marvel movies like the Avengers or Superman. The program is intended for advanced people only, and that is because as you progress in your lifting career, your muscle growth potential slows down. So if you're a beginner and following this program, you are simply not taking advantage of the fact that you can build muscle faster. So you follow this program, your progress will be slower. If you're a beginner, you probably want to check out some of the other programs from Kinobody, like the Warrior Shredding Program or the Greek God Program. If you are familiar with the Kinobody programs, there will be many things you recognize in this Superhero Bulking Program. That's because the weight training focuses on using reverse pyramid training. This is where you lift your heaviest set first and then reduce with about 10% each set and add in some extra reps. In general, reverse pyramid training is a solid progression model because it allows you to lift close to your maximum potential every time, while there's still some wiggle room to do progressive overload, which is commonly accepted as the most important factor for muscle growth. The program also uses rest pause training. This is where you do like 12 to 15 reps and then follow up with 4 mini sets of like 3 to 5 reps, and the rest intervals are very short, like 15 to 20 seconds. As always, intermittent fasting is heavily emphasized. Although you can probably do the program without doing intermittent fasting, it is assumed that you do it, and that is the typical Kinobody way, if you will, where you have an 8-hour eating window and 16 hours of fasting, and you actually just basically skip breakfast and push your first meal late into the day. The program also uses calorie cycling. That is where you have more calories on your lifting days, and the hypothesis is that this helps make your insulin more sensitive and your body's ability to get some of those nutrients into your building muscle. I'm pretty sure that there's no scientific evidence to this claim, but this doesn't mean it's not true. So as I just mentioned, when you become more advanced, progress simply slows down. You will have to make a bunch of adjustments. And regarding training, well, you probably have to add much more volume, and you will have to do what's called periodization. So the Superhero Bulking Program incorporates both in a fairly easy way. It has a good amount of volume. It is a 3-day split program, and it follows a periodization model by having different phases focusing on 1 or 2 muscle groups at a time. So it goes like this. Phase 1 is for chest and back, then phase 2 is for shoulders, phase 3 is for arms, and then there is a bonus phase. And each phase lasts 2 months. In case you're wondering what periodization means in terms of weight training, well, it means having a planned variation in your training. When you are more advanced, you can't focus on like improving everything. You have to focus on 1 or 2 things, and then you improve that, and then you can move on to 1 or 2 other things and then improve that. Another adjustment you have to do is, well, you have to probably reduce your calorie surplus if you want to stay lean, because as you become more advanced, the muscle growth slows down, and that also means the potential calorie surplus that you can use to build muscle, well, that also diminishes. So if you eat the same amount of food, well, then you will become more fat. I followed the program probably a little bit more than a year ago now, I was writing about my experience, updating month to month on my website. I was adding a good amount of strength. Actually, I got a little bit, got stronger faster than I thought. I was able to push 70 kilos for 4 reps, like overhead press, and my weighted pull-ups went up to 34 kilos for 6 reps. I mean, that is attached to my waist, and that it was at a body weight of about 67 kilos. I'm not so tall. But then what happened is I injured my shoulders and everything went really bad for me. So it was not the fault of the program, although you could say it was the heavy pressing that caused the shoulder injury. But I later learned that my posture was not really great, and that was probably why I injured my shoulders. So from my experience, overall, I could say that I think the program was really solid, and like all the other Kino programs, I would really recommend it to anyone who just want a simple program they can follow that is very effective. So yeah, and by the way, my shoulder injury is finally about to be all fully healed up, and I will probably continue the superhero bulking program in the near future, and I will make some updates about that. And now let me walk you behind the scenes. So here we are in the members area or the course dashboard. I know that whenever you buy something like this online, like an information product, then there is some anxiety because you can never see what it is you really get. So this is what it looks like, and you get like an email login information when you buy the program. So here you see part 1 of the program with chapter 1 to 4. It explains some of the things I mentioned earlier, like reverse pyramid training, rest pause, and also explains how you should train your legs the superhero way. Just as a side note, the program does include a good amount of leg training, and this is a common critique of the Kinobody programs, that it doesn't have enough leg training. I don't think that is the case with this program. I think that there is a good amount of leg training. So moving on to section 2 and the chapters 5 to 8, that explain, it goes into the workout routines and the different phases. Then there are 2 videos illustrating the reverse pyramid training and rest pause training. Then there's section 3, talks about this physique and strength standard. This is one of Greg's cool concepts. Basically, he gives you some guidelines in terms of body measurements, that is waist, shoulders, and chest and arms, and then relative strength, that is how much you can lift relative to your body weight using exercises for your shoulders, chest, and back, and biceps. When you aim for these guidelines, it can help you understand what parts you are strong in and perhaps what parts that are lacking. Personally, I have always been ahead on overhead presses, but weak on my biceps curls. Then there's the section on nutrition, explains about the nutrition, what kind of calories and macros you should aim for and why. It also talks about intermittent fasting, of course, and gives you some neat strategies on how you should place different amount of calories on different days. And I also actually eat at a calorie deficit on some days to sort of offset your total weekly calorie surplus. Finally, then there's the conclusion to the program, and then there are a bunch of cool bonuses, including bonus routines, fitness trackers, and also dating and style guides. And that's pretty much it for this program. There's also access to the Facebook group, which is really helpful actually. There are a lot of people helping each other out in there, and there are some cool moderators. It's time for the sweet finale. It's time that I show you how you can save $20 as I promised in the beginning. What you see here is the so-called Kinobody Physique survey available on the Kinobody website. I have also put a link to this survey in the description to the video. But the trick to use this survey to save $20 is that you go through it, and what you select has to more or less align with, you know, getting the superhero physique. So I will choose I am a man. Then I will choose I am in my 20s. Pretty sure this doesn't matter, but now we'll just choose that. And now you see here there are 4 choices. Obviously, I want to choose this one. I have low levels of body fat, I can see my abs, and I want to build more muscle to look fantastic. That sort of aligns with what we want. And then there are 2 choices here. Pretty sure it's this one we have to choose, right? Superhero physique. Yep. And that is it. And then we will see here a small video by Greg where he promises the program at a $20 discount, and then you just have to click here and buy. And that is how you save $20. And that's it for this video. I should also mention that on my website strengthery.com, which I have linked to in the description to this video, well, I do have different reviews of different Kinobody programs. I have also a review of the superhero bulking program that you might want to check out. Thanks for your attention, and thanks for watching the video. That's it.